Okay, this is my first video. What is a disease, year 9? A disease is a disorder of structure or function in a human, an animal, or a plant, especially one that produces specific symptoms or that affects a specific location. It can't be simply a result of a physical injury. It could be contagious or infectious. That means that you can catch it. Or it could be non-contagious or non-infectious, which means that you can't catch it from another person. We're going to look at both in this unit. We're going to start first of all with contagious disease for this week and a good part of next week as well. Contagious diseases are the ones that are caused by germs, which is probably what you've always called them in the past. In science, we call them pathogens, but a pathogen is just the scientific term for a germ. Okay, it doesn't mean anything different than that. Pathogens are tiny little microscopic organisms. So that means germs are tiny little microscopic organisms. They cause disease and they can be passed from one person to the next. And that's what makes the disease contagious or infectious. Examples of those pathogens include bacteria, viruses, fungi, and amoeba. Now, bacteria are primitive little single-celled organisms. They don't have a nucleus. They do something else with their genetic material that we don't have to worry about. Viruses are even smaller than bacteria. They're really not even a cell. And lots of scientists argue over whether viruses are alive or not. They can cause disease, and they do that by taking over the cell in their host and using it to reproduce themselves lots and lots and lots of times. Fungi, pathogenic fungi are little single-celled spores or mushrooms, and they survive by breaking cells down and recycling them for their own nutrients. Amoeba are little single-celled animals, so they can also get in and cause infections in us. Non-contagious diseases are not caused by pathogens. They're not caused by germs. And there are definitions for non-contagious diseases, different types of non-contagious diseases, that can be really tricky because a single disease can match more than one definition depending on the circumstances. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Definitions can vary between sources. So if you're reading your textbook or if you're Googling, you'll find different definitions for different diseases, different types of non-contagious diseases. So the non-contagious diseases include things that are caused by genetic factors. So that's a faulty gene that was passed from parents to their children at the time of conception. It could be a congenital disease that began at or before birth. This includes genetic diseases, but also includes other congenital diseases like, for example, suppose the baby as it was growing in the womb just didn't grow an arm, or developed a heart that had a hole in it. That heart disease that's caused by that hole is not genetic, it's congenital. So it's something that's structurally wrong with the heart that has caused there to be a hole in that heart. They can be nutritional diseases that would be caused by poor nutrition. They can be lifestyle diseases that would be caused by factors in a person's life that they have some kind of control over. So it can be things that a person chooses to do, like smoking cigarettes can cause diseases that we call lifestyle diseases. Or they can be environmental diseases, and those are caused by toxins in the environment, pollution that might cause a disease. All right, before you come into class, I would like you to spend some time drawing a mind map of the different types of diseases, both infectious and non-infectious diseases, and the categories of both. When you come into class for your first lesson, you should have notes on this PowerPoint that you've just watched, plus this mind map drawn, and I'll check that when I see you in class. All right, thanks.